today we are covering through our tech training. We're talking about OneDesign, Creative Studio, and Print Center, how to market with style using those two. I'm going to start with OneDesign. It's probably my least favorite out of the two. It does have some good options, but Print Center has a lot more tools as far as creative stuff goes that you can use for marketing and such. But inside of OneDesign, so you go to your one login portal, go to OneDesign. Again, if it doesn't show up in your frequents, you can go to apps, everything, or search it up here. Just type in like design and it'll come up. If you've ever used Canva, if you're not familiar with OneDesign Creative Studio, it works a lot like Canva if you've used that before. It's kind of a plug and play. You just click on things to update it. Some things that you'll want to make sure that you do is make sure your information is updated. So you come up here, go to account information. Make sure that is fully completed so that your information populates appropriately. In fact, let's just profile. This is where you put in like name, phone number, email addresses. Okay, you can put in your website there, license number, Instagram information, all that can get there. Make sure your headshot is uploaded there as well. If you're having problems with your information for your listings, that's under MLS IDs. So just kind of know that's in there. So that's where you want to start if your stuff isn't populating appropriately. Okay, the other thing that you'll find down here is we have lots of designs. Here's how I like to use OneDesign. You can make creations and then save folders. So like, I know I touched on this last week. I think it was last week. But like I have an open house template folder here that I created. This one was just created for the training. If I was going to come in here to create flyers for an open house, I would just click the three little dots, hit duplicate. It's going to recreate this whole folder here, and then I can click on those three little dots again and hit rename. Okay, so now if I was going to call this like, oops, sorry. Let's try that again. Rename. Sometimes I get a little click happy over here with my mouse. Doesn't want to highlight it. All right, we would call it like Browns Valley open house. Or it might be that you just have like listings, right? So you might have like a listing template folder. I would separate out, I wouldn't necessarily separate out, but I would have like an open house template folder and a listing template folder that would still have those same open house templates inside of it. Only because if you're going to host somebody else's open house, you may want to come in here and pull in their listing information to the open house files, and you wouldn't need all of your listing files. So you just rename it. Now I've got that folder here with that Browns Valley open house. If I hit open, it loads those same designs. It should that were in that same previous folder. Okay. So this is a really good way, just plug and play. Instead of it taking me, 20 minutes to create a new design, it's going to take me 5 minutes to log in here, create that folder for the open house, update the listing on it, and then have those forever. So if I'm going to host another open house or need to make changes or updates, I have those ready to go. So if I go in here and hit edit on this flyer, and we'll show you where to find these flyers here in just a little bit. It's loading that up. All right, so here is that information. I can come over here to integrations. I can go property search. Okay, this is how I would update this flyer. This is where you put in the address or the MLS number. Let's see if I can. Oops. Get that listing to auto-populate. All right, there we go. You just start typing it, you wait patiently, it's going to pull it over. So here again, we've got street address. We're going to make sure that's accurate. It's saying, hey, you've got 1168 characters, our max is 500. I'm going to chance it on this one and see what it looks like if I just leave it as is. You can shorten it up, you can expand it, you can rewrite with AI. Here it's got all the pricing information, the listing agent's information, and then at the bottom, this flyer only has room for one photo. So I have to come in here and decide which photo is the best photo. Do we like this backyard photo? Do we like the overview photo? Let's scroll down here, see what else we've got. Kitchen's pretty. Here's some overview with the property lines. They've got a lot of solar panels on this house. All right, let's see here. All right. Uh-oh, scrolled too far. Okay, I'm just gonna, for kicks, I kind of like that front picture or that backyard picture with the pool. So I'm gonna come back and select that one. And then make sure to check this box that you have permission to market this. And then we're gonna hit apply. All right, it has replaced that listing with this one. It usually closes out of there. We go. All right, so see, it's taken it, uploaded that picture, put in all of this information. I don't know if you notice here, but on Browns Valley, it made the Y small. So if I come in here and click on this one, it'll give me the ability to update it. So I'm just going to go in there and type in a big Y and delete that small y. Also here, this text box did way overrun the available space. So I have a couple options. One is I could make it a little bit bigger just by clicking on these little dots and dragging it. Okay, we want to stay inside those red lines. So that got it a little smaller. And then I could come in here and say, write with AI. I may want to come in here and copy this, Control all, copy. Then I would come up here and, oh, tell us what you want to write. We're going to go V. SHORT, shorten this property, DSCRI. There we go. I'm going to hit submit. Oh, yeah, that's all right. We're going to leave that alone. All right, then we're going to hit copy. Come back over here, paste it. We're going to hit allow. Hold on. Try that again. Copy. There we go. So it did shorten it. I don't know if you noticed, but down here on the bottom, it's like shortened to 300 characters. So it does 300 characters, not counting the spaces. So keep that in mind. So I could have made it longer. I'm just going to leave that alone for now. But notice it's pulled over all that information. It's got a QR code here to scan. So all that information's been pulled in. So super simple there. Then if I want to go in to be able to print it, I would just come up here to download. And then download here, you would choose, like this is, we probably are going to print it. So we're going to go PDF print, and then you would download it. Now you've got that PDF downloaded, ready to print. It's going to tell you if there's any errors in there, like, hey, this is not good enough. The font's too small. The picture is low resolution. So I just clicked ignore. And then it's going to add that to my download queue. Okay, so super simple. If we've got the templates set up, and if you're like, now, Amy, how do I set up those templates? Let's click back. I'm going to click back up here on OneDesign. I'm going to hit leave. It's probably not going to save that, but that's all right. There's a save button up there. Make sure you save it in the future. Okay, now in there, you could have, open house flyers. You could have open house door hangers. I think they have door hangers in here. You might have to go to Express Print for that or Print Center. You could have your social media posts in here ready to go. So you just go in there, update that listing information, and then you're good to go. So on the toolbar over here on the left-hand side, this is where you're going to find all of that. So if we go to property marketing, you've got social, postcards, flyers, brochures, door hangers, emails. Okay, so if we go into socials and we're like, man, we need an open house. There we go. We clicked on that. Here's social media posts. You've got square ones, right? You've got pretty. Now, here's what I would recommend is when we're creating marketing assets, we want them all to match. So if we go with like this white and gold look here for our open house, then our flyers should all correspond to that, right? We want consistent branding. So we wouldn't choose a white design for one and then a dark design for another. We want it to just be consistent. That's why using these templates is so fabulous, because it allows you to have consistency in all of your marketing. So I kind of like this one. So you've got the 3 dots here. You can download it. It doesn't do you any good to download it. Website, right? Details. So what you really want to do is we can add a new custom package. I don't know what this is going to do. We're going to call this the Open House Design Pack. I spelled design wrong, but that's all right. Amy's. All right, create package. We're going to add this template to that package. Okay, then that allows me to be like, okay, cool. So now I've got a social media. We want to go back to open houses. We're going to go close out social media. I want flyers. Okay, we're going to hit browse all. Maybe for my flyers, I want 1 page. And then we're going to select something that looks similar to that. We could go up here too. We could go open house. So I only have dark options for the open house. Let's see if I've got other flyers, because we can always update what it says on it. So let's look at here. These look like they're all light colored flyers, or dark colored flyers, at least on the top. Oh, here's one. This one looks very similar, right? So I'm going to click that plus button. I'm going to add it to my open house. There we go. Okay, so now I've got a flyer. I've got my social media posting. Maybe we could look at what the door hangers are. Let's see what we've got in here for door hangers. These might all be dark as well, because maybe I want to go door knock and leave behind a door hanger. So I'm just scrolling down to see if I can find one that's also that light. Oh, here we go. Here's a light one. So we're going to add this one as well to my open house pack. Now, if we go back to the dashboard, and if you have any questions as we're going through this, feel free to unmute yourself, ask your question, raise your little zoomy hand, or throw your question in the chat box. All right, we're going to come up here to marketing packages and see what shows up. Oh, automated. Let's, okay, so we're going to go, we went marketing packages. That's where we're going to find that package that I just created. It's going to take me through this little tutorial because I haven't actually logged in here before. This is what's fun because it's always got new features, right? So here's my custom package, my custom packages. Oh, I would have thought my open house would have been in here. So it's not showing up. That's sad. All right, we're going to head back to dashboard. I don't know that I'll find that package that I just created, but let's just pretend. It should have shown up in that new section. Gone. Poof. All right, so let's see here. Oh, there we go. Under library. It should have been in my custom packages, but it was under library. So then we're going to hit create package. And we're going to call this Browns Valley Road. Hit next. Property search. Browns Valley. Select that. Okay. Max characters here is 1,000. So I'm just going to click the little shorten button. Okay. Now we're less than 1,000. We're going to select, we get 2 pictures because of the packages. So I'm going to select this one here and this one here. And then I'm going to confirm that I have rights to market this property. And then I'm going to hit save. And then create package. It's going to update. It should update all of these for me all on its own. Check this out. So in 2 seconds, by having that custom package done with all of my templates, I've got the only thing that I want to do is I need to come in here and edit my template so that this is going to say like open house and this one might say open house as well. So that every time it recreates it, it just pulls the details over and leaves that so it's all open houses. But it updated all 3 assets all at the same time, which is magical. So there, that was under marketing packages. I would almost say let's use that instead of like creating the folders, the saved folders or templates. Come in here and create it as packages so that it updates them all together. And of course, you could always go in there and edit them individually as well. So there is your ONESuite Creative Studio. Okay, again, all of them look very similar in their look and style. That's what the goal is. Okay, so super fun and easy way to do your listings there or, market somebody else's property for an open house. So anything in that database, you can pull those properties over. So you won't have a problem selecting that and having marketing materials for open houses. Okay, so that was there. Here are your branding links, your mobile app download. Okay. Your logos are going to be here under affiliate logos. So if you don't yet have your Realty One Group Fox logos saved on your computer for things, that's going to be under affiliate logos because Realty One Group Fox is an affiliate of Realty One Group, okay, corporate. So keep that in mind. You've got logos, GIFs, YouTube videos, okay? So if you want to know what like the fonts are or the colors, that's under your style guide here. So you can find that there. Your blank templates, all right. You've got property marketing. You've got, let's see here. And then brokerage marketing. You're really going to stick inside of the property marketing for the, also the business marketing. Let's see what we've got in here now. That's where you're going to find your business cards, your email signatures, okay, banners, letterhead, yard signs, presentations. So if you're looking for that listing presentation or the buyer presentation, that's where you're going to find this. It's got 111 reasons why you need a buyer's agent, right? Or 111 reasons why you need a real estate pro flyer. Okay. So it's got some good stuff in here, but that's where you're going to find those information. Social stories for a homeowner. Congratulations. So if you wanted to create a post for your new homeowners, you would put their photo on there. Okay, it's got testimonial stuff set up for you as well, so you can put those testimonials in there. You've got holiday cards. Well, these are all social stories. Okay, so you can create a happy holidays post that's branded. Okay, so that's there. Here's your post as well. You're going to find those same things. So one was story. This is set up for just regular post. Okay, all sorts of holiday posts. You don't have to go in there and recreate a Labor Day post. You can just come in here, click on this one. It'll update with the Realty One Group Fox. You can put your information on there as well. Memorial Day, right? So super simple because this is all done for you. Marketing stats. Okay, if we're looking for a flyer, let's just stick with social media posts for your market update. Okay, market stats. So again, these should look consistent. So if we're using light colored, modern looking posts for our flyers and postcards, we want our social media posts to also correspond with that. So you'd want to select one that looked more modern and, white versus the dark. Okay. So let's see here. So you've got a bunch of stuff in there that you can play around with. My favorite stuff though, okay, is inside of the Xpress Docs. So that's what there's your little tour of ONESuite. Sorry, I've got here, there we go. All right. And then, and again, it's just, you click on things, you can edit it out, change things up. It's super simple. It's kind of click and go. Okay. Then we have our print center, ONESuite print center. So if we click on that, we're going to open up other options. Now, inside of Xpress Docs, why this is opening up, this is a great tool. It does have an upgrade option where you can sign up for like Pro or something like that, and it gives you better options and access to more things. Okay, so this is where you can like schedule campaigns. Okay, you've got to enroll in that. There's an extra cost there. There's this XD Plus subscription. That's where it's going to kind of increase. But here is Xpress Docs. Xpress Docs and your ONESuite, they work together. Okay, so if we wanted to mail something now, we can do that through either platform. You would create it in ONESuite, and then it'll actually transport it here into Xpress Docs for printing. Look here, we've got new stuff over here with promotional. You can put your logo on swag like cups and stuff. So it does have those property marketing. Okay. It's got, you can upload designs. It's got automated marketing. We talked about this automated marketing earlier in the series, so we're not going to touch on that very much. But let's look at our seasonal marketing items. Okay. So it's got lots of options here: birthday postcards, calendars. Okay, Christmas cards, Christmas photo cards, Earth Day. right? Fallback. It's got so many great options. So let's say that, let's see here. It's got tax tips. Let's click on that one. Oh, they haven't released the new updates yet. All right, hold on. Let's go back. That was a fail. Let's click on newsletters. Customizable title on your newsletter so clients know it's from you. Okay, these are already pre-written newsletters. So if you're like, Amy, I was watching your database lesson and you talked about needing to have a newsletter, but gosh, I don't even know how I would do that. Okay, look at this. You don't even have to. So make less space for less spending. We click on it. Here is that newsletter. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. Consider refinancing. Read this first. You got spaces for agent photos. Okay, you've got tips, storage space for small, or tips for storage space solutions. The rest of that article for considering refinancing. It's got a recipe on there, a monthly home checklist, review and update insurance policies, wipe down baseboards, clean light fixture covers, dispose of untouched items from storage spaces, right? So it's got little things that you can be doing. Once we've decided, okay, you can just print it as well. You don't have to mail it out. This one's made for mailing. Jessica, did you have a question? All right. So if you wanted to ship it, right, that means that we would just have it shipped to us directly. Maybe you want 100 of them shipped to you, so you can go hand them out. Or, hey, Jessica, do you mind muting yourself?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you, because I'm have to leave now.
Your message.
Am I able to rewatch this on YouTube?
Yeah, yep, absolutely. It'll take a couple days before it gets posted, but it will get posted so you can rewatch it and finish it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I forgot to unmute myself.
That's okay. You're good.
Thank you. Have a good holiday, Amy. I
You too.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So see here, it's also, you can do coupons for a discount. So if you've got that available to you, but look at this, you can do 100 of them. It's $80 for them to be printed out for you. Okay. That's like 80 cents per two-sided flyer that's coming to you. The finished size is 8.5 by 5.5, and the flat size, it's like a folded newsletter, is 11 by 17. So to have those shipped to you, you're going to pay a little bit of shipping, but it's just $80. Now, if you wanted to mail this out to your database, we would just click mail, and you can either send it first class, where it takes 3 to 5 business days, or you can send it standard mail, which is 5 to 15 business days. Standard mail is cheaper. Most things that I send through here, I send through standard mail. I also send myself a copy of them, and I usually get it closer to that, like 5 to 7 days. This time of year when it's a little busier, right, mail, then it probably comes out a little closer to that 15 days. And if you want it sealed up, we would just click this here. So it actually, because again, this one folds, so it would be sealed to ensure that it remains closed while being mailed. And then you can also download that PDF. So once you make your selections, you're going to go customize. And then that's where you're going to be able to get in here and edit that. So you can change up the color scheme. Okay, maybe want a black color scheme. It should update it, but I may have to hit save. Oops, I just clicked on purple. Well, there we go. Here's where you can edit the title here, the order name. So this is for that order name. Now, think about it. If we were going to send out this monthly newsletter, and we wanted to include that coupon down here and the theme is make space for less spending coupon. We may want to partner with a business that maybe does decluttering or junk hauling or something like that, right? So we want to pair up with somebody who's going to benefit our clients along with this newsletter. So there's that purple update. Okay, so oops. I was looking back for the black. There we go. All right. Then we make sure that your name and information is here. Okay. Website information. And you can save that as default. You want to make sure this is accurate here. The office information here, you can update your headshot. Okay. You can upload if there's more than one agent, or maybe you're partnered with a lender or somebody to help cover the cost of this newsletter. You could put their headshot there as well. Here's your custom greeting text. So you can change that. You can change the newsletter name. So maybe you have something, fun and exciting. Maybe this is going out to um, a neighborhood. And so you want to title it with the name of the neighborhood. Okay. Make sure your license number is in there. And this is where you're going to put in that promotion type. So if you've got a promotion with another company, you would pair that in there. Maybe you're just offering them, free home inspection or something to that effect, right? With any listing that goes active before the end of January, whatever that might be. From here, you can download those PDFs. So if you want to print it yourself, you can download the PDFs. Or we would save and hit continue. So we're going to save that. We're going to continue on. Okay, here we got mailing seals. It's got send your sample card back to yourself. Here's what the ride-along image is going to look like. Okay, that's for your email image. Informed delivery by USPS, meaning that it shows up. And then this is because I selected that it was going to get mailed. You may want to have your address list. You could download your addresses from your database. If you had a farm, you might have a saved farm. So if you don't, you may want to create one. We can do that just by clicking create address list. So here you can upload a list. You can do a radius list if you're sending something out around the house, street list, new homeowners, neighborhood search, demographics. Okay. Lots of options there. So this would be like by zip code. So maybe we go 95688. I don't think it'll let us narrow it down, but let's try this. You can define key demographics to match. All right. So here it's got available neighborhoods with how many matches. These should be based on like the next door neighborhoods. So maybe, let's see here. It could be mailing route. So you would find the neighborhood that you want. We're gonna, click and drag. Then we're gonna zoom in. Okay, so maybe this is my neighborhood up here. Maybe it's both of these. So you can select those and it says, hey, that's 639 record. Oh, let's get out of there. All right, so I've selected two neighborhoods with 1,100 addresses. So maybe I want less than that. Now I've got 492, right? So, or we could always go into the title company, select our farm, and then upload that list as well. But if we were sending that out here, it's going to say, there's the neighborhoods that we've selected. Okay, use resident name and or resident on there. Okay, so you could do that, or you could just do this. So that would mean that we just use the resident name. Neighborhood mailing list, we're going to call this Fruitvale. Mailing list. And you may want to put the date on there just so you know it's the most up-to-date one. So this is 12. Oh, I don't know. It's around the 15th, 25. Okay, I agree. Create list. So it's going to create that list. You could also do it based on radius. So this is great if we're sending out like just listed, just sold, price adjustment, postcards or something to that effect, because you could come in here and hit create address list, go radius, plug in the property address, let it know how many homes you want it to select, and it'll automatically pick the closest homes to that address. Okay. It'll save this in here forever for you. Okay. So that's handy as well. And then you can proceed to checkout. So notice here that we have 493 of these going out. There's 492 addresses, plus it's sending one to myself. It's giving me a number of $616.25. Okay, so let's just do the math on that real quick. 6625 divided by 493. So it's charged me $1.25 to print these and latch them together. So it's going to print, fold, latch them, mail them out. Is only $1.25 per item. And these, again, were like 4-sided items. So that's not very expensive. Now it's giving me here that there's a saturation. So it's mailing or doing less than 6 cents, or subtracting, not less than, it's subtracting 6 cents per. So it's reducing it by $30. So my actual total to mail these out is $586.73 for basically 500 postcards. Okay, that's a really good deal. You could send out less. I'm not saying you got to send out 500, but just kind of keep that in mind. Now, I could decide that I want to toggle over to ship. Okay, and then we just click this here. It's not going to print addresses. It's just going to take and send me 100 of these in the mail. Okay, magically. Okay, and then if we proceed to checkout, it's going to attach the shipping to that. Okay, so that for 100 of these, again, it's like 80 cents. That's not mailing them out. That's sending them to me. I'm going to pay a little bit of a shipping fee. It's basically going to be like the same cost for them to mail them to me as it is for me to get them delivered to me. So it's going to calculate out here to the office. It's $9 shipping, $5.90 for the sales tax. So again, if we've got 100 of those, we've got 94.90. That's like 95 cents per postcard to have them shipped to me in the mail. They'll arrive at the office or my house. It does this pretty quick. I'm going to be honest, it's pretty quick. And then I could go hand those out at my farm. So those are kind of your options through OneDesign. That's kind of why I like this. So again, we have that newsletter. You can download it as a PDF, and then you could mail it out as an email. Okay, so if you wanted to email that out to your database, you could do it that way. I know we were using not MailChimp, Constant Contact. And with Constant Contact, you can actually upload those PDFs into Constant Contact to mail them or to email them out. And it reads as like a regular email. I think you can do that through here as well. I know you can send out emails through here to your database. I'm just not sure how it does with the PDFs. So keep that in mind. But anyways, there's some cool things there. Let's go back to products. Okay, so that was seasonal marketing. No, we went to newsletters. Okay. It does have neighborhood direct mail where it's going to send stuff out to the neighborhoods. You've got real estate prospecting, okay, where you've got seasonal, just listed, just sold. You've got home values, lead captures, okay. So many options in here for you to come in here and play around with this. And like I said, these are all editable so that you can change them up. So let's go back into seasonal marketing. This is where we found those newsletters, I believe. Yep, newsletters were in here. All your holiday cards. They also have things like tips and advice. So you could be sending out, you're supposed to mail things to your database a couple times a year, like once a quarter. This is a great way to do that. Like, oh, container gardening, home tips or rules of home renovation, stage your home to sell, right? So super cool winter road safety checklist, home garden tips. So you can choose things that are like seasonally appropriate, and you can choose those postcards, and you don't have to think. You don't have to do much. So you can just click on it, input your information, and it'll be on its way. Maybe in the spring, we send like mowing tips out or how to attract butterflies, home improvements, right? So many great um, pet safety exercise, pet safety tags, pet safety food. You could do like a whole series on pet safety. And they're always changing these up and adding more. I know, there was just an earthquake down in the San Luis Obispo County area. So maybe you want to send out an earthquake safety checklist so that people are aware of how to prepare for that. Maybe in the summertime, we send out wildfire safety checklists, right? So just some cool options that you have available to you. You can sort them up here. So this has all, but maybe I want general tips. It's going to update these with all those general tips versus if I wanted all my pet safety tips, I could click on that one and it's going to give me all those pet safety tips. Okay, so just because it says seasonal marketing, keep in mind that that doesn't really mean that it's all like holiday cards. There's a lot of other things going on. It's got like hockey schedules and baseball schedules and football schedules, so you could send those out like for the local teams, miscellaneous holidays. Okay, um, Groundhog Day, thank you cards, recipes. Okay, real estate, seasonal, and holidays. Those are all real estate based. Here's real estate related. Okay, so some super cool things that you have in here that you have access to. And again, we talked about inside the marketing center, setting it up for that APM system where it automatically produces stuff for you. But now that, you've got those options inside of OneDesign that you can have those packages. Those are almost just as easy to do as the APM was. So anyways, there you go. I wanted you to make sure that you were familiar with those, that you felt comfortable that you could go in there and play with the items in here, that you could find stuff. Okay. Postcards, that you felt comfortable and you knew this existed. I personally, again, I just use the free version of this. I don't pay for the XD. If I was doing things on a regular basis, I may actually upload or upgrade to the XD subscription just because you get some more cool stuff in there, but it would have to make it worthwhile. So anyways, there you go. That's your marketing with the print center, okay, Express Docs, as well as OneDesign. So you've got your OneDesign Creative Studio. That's where we put together that marketing package that we really easily took the address and updated everything in it. And then you've got the Print Center, Express Docs, and that's where you've got those other options with the recipe cards and the newsletters and the seasonal marketing and more options for cards and holiday information. You've got there were magnets on there or calendars and different things. So super cool tools that you have available at your fingertips. It's free to use those. You do need to pay for the information, but most of them give you the option that you can download it for free. However, I would say that like in Print Center for 95 cents an item to have it shipped to you, and it's two-sided. To print something two-sided color in the office is going to cost you more than 95 cents an item. So it's a pretty good deal pricing wise because they do it everything in bulk. So there you go. I hope you guys have a fabulous day for the rest of your day. Tomorrow we are covering we're going to talk about how to connect with your past clients using a vendor list inside of LiveEasy. And then on Thursday, we're going to talk about connecting with your past clients using our PR. And then keep in mind too that on Thursday, late morning at 11 o'clock, we're going to cover all the car forms changes that are going into effect here in December because they like to mess with our holidays by giving us forms updates. And it's usually a big update in December, but we're going to cover those changes, the ones that are most important that will affect you the most, coming up here on Thursday. So we'll see you tomorrow and Thursday morning at 8 a.m. for continued tech trainings. And then Thursday at 11, mark your calendars for those car forms updates. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.